Yeah, it's always bothered me that everybody said, oh, they're so great, and they're so wonderful, and they're so, but there are all these little things that aren't finished on it. So I said this would be a great opportunity if I could go back and actually fix all those little things that I didn't like.
To revamp the trilogy, George Lucas called on the special effects company he himself created some 2 decades ago, ILM, Industrial Light and Magic. Located just a few minutes away from Lucas's Skywalker Ranch in Marin County, California, ILM created the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, the death-defying feats in Mission Impossible, and merged Tom Hanks with President Kennedy in Forrest Gump. Computer-generated animation became the main tool in tweaking scenes for the special edition of Star Wars. To create 2 new scenes in Star Wars and Return of the Jedi, ILM used high-tech wizardry by fusing computer graphics, new live-action footage, and old footage shot for the films the first time around.
Solo! Right here, Jabba. I've been waiting for you.
Have you not?
Originally, Star Wars was to feature a scene in which Han Solo was confronted by the vile gangster Jabba the Hutt, but technical limitations sent that scene to the cutting room floor.
It was done with somebody in a huge rubber suit. It didn't work extraordinarily well.
Jabba the Hutt finally got his big screen debut in Return of the Jedi, but in a far different incarnation than Lucas had first intended. So, when Lucas decided to restore the Jabba footage once excised from Star Wars, his special effects team needed to obscure the original actor and figure out how to make Jabba walk.
When we have Jabba the Hutt in the first movie, and he walks. Wow. But that's a major event. Going from a Jabba the Hutt that was stuck in one place to a Jabba the Hutt that can actually walk around is a big deal.
If George, in his wisdom, feels that it makes a better movie, it's fine. It's fine with me.
Musical numbers have been some of the high and low points in the Star Wars trilogy. There was the now famous and much beloved Cantina sequence from Star Wars. And then there was the lilting Ewok song at the end of Return of the Jedi.
In the Return of the Jedi, we have a scene that was a little musical number before Jabba took Ula the dancer and put her into the Rancor pit. And that was supposed to be a big musical number, and I never really we were able to do it. So it ended up being a very short little musical vignette with Asai Snoodles, who's the main singer, who just sort of stood there, you know, with arms slightly moving and mouth kind of moving back and forth. It was pretty crude, and it was just like 2 or 3 shots. Now we've got a scene where she dances around, and we have backup singers, and you know, it's a really great number.
Everybody in Jabba's palace was either a rubber puppet or a person in a rubber mask. That was the technology available at the time.
As far as Slice Noodles goes, she used to be a puppet, and so she had a limited range of motion. We basically completely replaced her, although you may see a shot or 2 where she still exists as a puppet. This is kind of some semblance of Slice Noodles' skin. They're called wireframe meshes, and as you can see here, they're wireframes, but we can always shade them, and we can view them from any angle. So this is a shot of Slice Noodles doing a part of her dancing number. One thing that's interesting is when she does this hand flourish here, if you look at the background in the final shot, she's mimicking exactly what the live-action characters are doing.
Lucas did shoot some new footage to mesh with the computer-generated animation.
They actually found the woman who played Ula 15 years ago. She's a dancer, so she's still in great shape. They flew her over from England, and we had her on the set here, and she just picked up and added a bunch of new scenes, just like she had only done it yesterday. It's shown a little bit more of what happened to her after she rolls down, and I think she still meets the same untimely end.
The finished version of the scene was affectionately titled Jedi Rocks by the team at ILM. Lucas's restoration and enhancement project took 3 years and $15 million. The negatives for the films, stored many feet below sea level in a Utah salt mine, had eroded all the same. Lucas's team restored them and remastered the film's audio tracks. But Lucas is aware that some Star Wars purists might regard his changes as a desecration of a sacred work.
Few fans have actually expressed their, how can you do this? Well, From my point of view, it's a half-finished movie, and I wanted to finish it.
Now that Lucas has finished tinkering with the old movies, his fans are eager for him to get started on the much-delayed prequels, the 3 films that occur before the Star Wars saga.
It's primarily how, you know, Darth Vader, he starts out as a young boy and becomes a Jedi Knight and then falls from grace and becomes this evil agent of the Emperor and Dark Sith Lord.
Other characters that fans have grown to love also reappear in these movies.
Yoda's in it, Obi-Wan Kenobi is a young man, obviously Darth Vader is a young man, 3PO and R2, definitely.
One of the characters that will eventually show up in the prequels is Boba Fett. The notorious bounty hunter has become a cult anti-hero ever since his introduction in The Empire Strikes Back.
I don't know why. I'm mystified by it. He is. I mean, I think he's a mysterious character. He's a provocative character. He seems like an all-powerful character since he gets killed. Although he's gotten killed, but people who write the books and everybody else in the comics are saying, we can't kill him. We got to bring him back. You know, he can't die. We will refuse to let him die.
While some critics argue that the Star Wars movies created a sequel-drenched blockbuster mad Hollywood, Lucas and his cast feel that the saga's appeal is what great movie making and great movie going is all about.
The experience of going to see Star Wars is a much more participatory event, somewhat like going to a rock concert or going to a baseball game or something.
I think people of your generation saw these films at a time when movies were beginning to lose their impact, and Star Wars came along and just blew people away.
You know, the films are just wonderful films, and so it's great to be, you know, have participated in them in any way. So I'm proud to be a part of that.
It is a movie for children, but that child could be 97 years old. It's that part that never grows up.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
Yeah, check this out.